It's bittersweet.
That's how Bert Cashup feels knowing Catherine Blaine K-8 will stay open next year. After weeks of protests, petitions, and packed public meetings, he feels for the 5 schools that will close and says more must be done to get families back to the district.
There are tens of thousands of kids in private schools, and we need to give parents the visibility that public schools are a great option for you. And as they get into enrolling the kids in kindergarten, we have to have better messaging from all across the community.
SPS says it will still propose closing 5 schools, choosing them based on conditions of the buildings, the learning environment, enrollment and capacity, minimizing disruptions for current students, and making sure there's room for specialized services.
Keep schools open!
But that won't make a huge dent in the $94 million shortfall, and many parents are calling on lawmakers to make major changes.
They need to lift the levy cap. We, the taxpayers, should get to decide how we spend our tax dollars. We don't need Olympia dictating how we spend our tax dollars. If we want to spend our tax dollars improving our schools, they should let us do that.
Another alternative proposed is a progressive, equity-based funding model.
Help drive more resources to school districts with the greatest need. Those are funding models designed sort of around the student, and so we sometimes call them student-centered funding models.
The bottom line, most schools slated for closure will remain open next year, but what happens after that hangs in the balance.
The district expects to announce those 5 schools by the end of this month, Joyce.
And are the new levy rules in that progressive model the only funding proposals on the table at this point, Erica?
Yeah, no, Joyce, there are actually a lot of ideas floating around. Some groups have been pushing for a total overhaul of the funding model. Some are just trying to get specific measures passed through the session, like, for example, more funding for special education. There are a lot of different ideas, but most districts in the state seem to agree something needs to change.
Erica Zucco reporting live in Seattle tonight. Thank you.